Good morning to all of you. Welcome to Legal Matters by Sai Babu Sunkara. It has been published in the Hindu yesterday's version that on 13/7/2022, when Shri Pinarayi Vijayan, the Chief Minister of Kerala State, was travelling from Kannur. Normally we pronounce it as Kannur, but nowadays it has become Kannur. From Kannur to Trivandrum by Indigo flight. He was literally obstructed and they were very heavily objected, and one LDF leader by name E.P. Jayarajan, as actually he stood like a window as a security to the CM, and this incident created nuisance in the board on flight, and it was taken as a mischievous act or nuisance on board, which the DGCA, Director General of Civil Aviation, already framed rules. Under these rules, now this LDF leader, you know his name, E.P. Jayarajan, and two Youth Congress activists, both of them, so they were not allowed, they will not be allowed to board Indigo flights for the next 3 weeks. 3 weeks to Jayarajan and 2 weeks to those two Youth Congress boys. One is Naveen Kumar and another person is Fazim Mazid. These people. Anyway, so now 3 weeks ban was imposed or was clamped on CPM leader Mr. Jayarajan, and 2 weeks ban on Indigo flights only on the two Youth Congress leaders. One is Kannur Youth Congress Secretary Naveen Kumar and Mattanam Block President Fazim. So normally it's quite common. You might have 2 or 3 years back, 4 or 5 years back, Mr. J.C. Tibakar Reddy, he created FLATA by picking a row with the air hostess on board in the air flight, maybe in the SpiceJet, I don't remember correctly. So same thing happened in so many that Shiv Sena MPs, I think literally he stabbed an air hostess on Air India flight. So if such things do happen, definitely they have to take action. This is what DGCA is doing. So Indigo air flight, so they banned Mr. Jayarajan for 3 weeks and the two Congress leaders for 2 weeks. This is what I have been telling. Under DGCA no fly, this ban is, they call it as no fly ban, can be done by the board of the committee members, which will be instituted only for this purpose. Now this particular aspect is taken as a second level nuisance, level 2, that is physically abusive behavior like pushing, kicking, hitting, inappropriate touch. So normally they can give a ban up to 6 months. So this special internal committee which was constituted, they have clearly held that so-called 3 weeks and 2 weeks ban. Now once again this man E.P. Jayarajan has come into the news. So right from the beginning his life is more of controversies, more of news. I am remembered of the incident of 12/4/1995, way back about 26 years back, 12/4/1995. On that day, at that time, I was working as Circle Inspector of Police Chirala in Prakasham district. Incidentally, I had to attend actually on 2 cases for investigation. One is a case of 304B IPC and other is a case of hanging by a woman under suspicious circumstances. Actually, third one is a road accident, of course, which I have endorsed to the Sub Inspector of Police, Vettapalam PS. Such was the busy or hectic schedule on that particular day. On 12/4/1995, I had to set out from my literally office come residence only, office around 7 a.m. itself and reached Pandillapalli. While I was investigating the case of the so-called 304B, or let us say Dowry death case, suddenly I had an intimation I had intimation from the SDPO, that is DSP, to come back immediately. But gone were those olden days where we used to sit in the spot, that is place of occurrence, and record the statements and take photos and examine the witnesses, at least orally. We used to do that. Like that. Systematic work was there this is way back in 1995. So I told the DSP that I will come after 11:30 or so. But he frowned upon me, literally abused me. So olden days, DSPs used to abuse us also. We had to bear it, that's all. So he asked me to come back immediately. Then I told him, out of anxiety or about interest, I don't know. I don't call it what name. I told him, what sir, what happened? Then he said, Arey Baba, in Rajdhani Express, one MP, some CPM man, he was shot dead. And the train stopped at Ongole. It happened in between Vettapalam and Pandillapalli. Come on, you have to search the entire area. Come on, you come. Then I told him, sir, why should I come to Ongole? Why should I come to Chirala? I will start from here. Yeah, he said, okay. Then I started, of course, incidentally, I was a public relations police officer. So many people, I took the assistance of so many youth of Pandillapalli. At the time, Mr. Krishnamohan, who worked as 2 times MLA, he was also a young boy. Some MPP or I think MPTs, ZPTs, if I am correct. So he, along with POSA for so many youth, he came along with me. We trekked along the railway track, right from almost nearer from Kadakudru railway gate to Vettapalam. Incidentally, see, if you are close with the public, lot of information you can get. So some people told us that a boy with a ragged or with the shirt torn and pant torn, he was walking along so area. That is some colony near Pandillapalli or near Nagarapamma temple or something like that. So incidentally, we alerted the people, they caught him, we went there within no time or so. And he was found, all his shirt was torn to almost, he was having a jeans shirt and jeans pant. So even though he jumped out from the train, he easily understood, but the problem is regarding the language, so we could not understand. He's a Keralite, he's from Kannanur. So we brought one Narayana, favorite turtle of Chirala, who knows the so-called Kerala language. So then, of course, both of them had an interaction, and that boy, straight away he told that, yes, we made an attempt on the life of this EP Jayarajan in Rajdhani Express. I think maybe he was coming from Delhi or Vijayawada, I don't remember correctly. So they recceived very properly. They know that he will come to the wash basin in the bogie, first class bogie, and they wanted to kill him. They were from very close range. He shot the gun. He along with them, the 2 persons were there. Luckily, it grazed. Incident, what happened is, Telugulo చెప్తే మీకు అర్థమవుద్ది. సరిగ్గా వాళ్ళు షూట్ చేసే టైంకి మామూలుగా బ్రష్ చేసుకునేవాడు ఆ ఉయ్యటానికి కిందకు ఉండేటప్పటికి పక్కకి వెళ్ళింది. సమ్ పీపుల్ సే దట్ ఇట్ వాజ్ గ్రేజ్డ్ సమయం అప్పుడు ఆగిపోయింది అన్నారు, గుర్తులేదు సరిగ్గా. సంభవ్ ఇట్ హ్యాస్ క్రియేటెడ్ సెన్సేషన్. రెండో వాడి కోసం, రెండో వాడు ఎక్కడున్నాడు తెలియదు. సో మళ్ళా వీ స్టార్టెడ్ మూవింగ్. అప్పుడు బాగా తిరిగేవాళ్ళం. So ultimately, we came to know that the rickshaw pullers, Chirala, chakka rickshaw ఉంటాయి. ఆ rickshaw pullers, they felt sympathetic toward a person who was injured and they sent him by Howrah Express. At morning 9:30కి ఎక్కడ ఉండేది Howrah ట్రైన్, దాంట్లోకి పంపించారు. వాళ్ళకి తెలియదు పాపం వీళ్ళు ఇలా పని చేశారని చెప్పి. సో వాడిని పట్టుకోవడానికి we conducted 2 states, రైల్వే పోలీస్, తమిళనాడు అంతా బ్రహ్మాండంగా చేశారు. And the trick I used, it has become successful. I told actually the railway police case మాది కాదు. సో రైల్వే పోలీస్ చెప్పి వాళ్ళతో తమిళ్లో అక్కడ చెప్పించాను. ఏమంటే నార్మల్లీ రైట్ ఫ్రమ్ ద బ్రేసన్ బ్రిడ్జ్ టు ది మెడ్రాస్ సెంట్రల్, ప్లీజ్ హ్యావ్ ఎ చెక్ ఓవర్ ది అదర్ సైడ్. నార్మల్గా తప్పు చేసిన వాడు మెయిన్ ప్లాట్ఫామ్ నుంచి వెళ్ళడు, సెకండ్ సైడ్ దూకి వెళ్తాడని చెప్పి కరెక్ట్గా వాడు అట్లాగే బేసిన్ బ్రిడ్జ్ దగ్గర వెళ్ళాడు, దొరికాడు. బోత్ ఆఫ్ దెమ్ వర్ caught on one day. It has become sensation case, 307 case. Of course, we transferred to the railway police. So ఈ కేసు జరిగింది. దీంట్లో విక్టిమ్ ఎవరు? ఈపీ జయరాజన్. EP Jayarajan was the victim. So a very powerful leader, very ferocious leader, and I had a chance to meet him next day at Ongole apparent government hospital. నాకు తెలిసి అప్పుడు మనకి బుల్లెట్ దిగిందో లేదో గుర్తు రావట్లేదు. మొత్తం గ్రేజింగ్ బయ్యని వెళ్ళింది, ఆ సౌండ్కి అతను కింద పడిపోయాడు. So these people were arrested, and after 5 or 6 years ఇది కేసు ప్లేస్ ఆఫ్ అకరెన్స్ ట్రైన్ గందరగోళం కేరళ అన్నారు, కేరళలో కోర్టు పెట్టదు, అల్టిమేట్లీ ఒంగోలు కోర్టులోనే మేమంతా సాక్ష్యం చెప్పాం, కేసు కొట్టేశారు. ఇట్స్ అ డిఫరెంట్ పార్ట్. బట్ ఈపీ జయరాజన్ అని రాగానే నాకు ఈ కేసు గుర్తొచ్చింది, మీ అందరికీ చెప్పడం కోసం ఐ హ్యావ్ మేడ్ దిస్ వీడియో. సో he was in, normally he is a person, but definitely LDF leader, and I think he's secretary. He protected the CM literally from the abuse of these two Congress leaders. Why? Because actually there is a controversy, or there are allegations against the CM regarding the money or golden baggage scam, gold baggage scam by Swapna Suresh, and his chief secretary or personal secretary was her boss. So a lot of actually controversies are there. I think in that connection, these two youth Congress people, they wanted to heckle at him, but luckily Jayarajan stood like a pole and averted the incident. Of course, because it has become created panic or created ruckus or created nuisance in the flight, they have applied the so-called ban on his flight. Of course, he should not travel on only Indigo flights. He can go in other flights. So this is the story of Mr. Jayarajan. So I told you, actually in a story manner, as far as I know, it is subject to correction. Dates and other things normally happened so many years of back. But still, better to know his story. For that, I am making this video. Thank you very much.